Hello, welcome to the Life of Nina. Tonight I am going to make some homemade yogurt. So I've already got my jars washed. It takes 2 canning jars, and I've got boiling water poured into them, getting them all good and sanitized. And I'm going to need one of the just as plain as yogurt as you can find. It can't be Greek yogurt. It needs to be just normal yogurt, as long as it has the live and active cultures in it. You need that because you're going to make your own yogurt. You've got to grow your own live and active cultures. You're going to need, 8 cups of milk. I really prefer to use vitamin D milk, the whole milk. I have the 2% right now. It will work. It just doesn't make it as creamy and thick as the whole milk would. So let me get my jars finished and get my milk on, and then I'll let you know what else to do. All right, got my hair pulled back. Got to do that when you work in the kitchen. And then I got me a big pan and measuring cup and my milk. I'm going to add 8 cups of milk to the pan, and you want it on like medium heat. You don't want the milk to scorch. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, if you've never done this before, it's really, really good yogurt. My grandsons even love it. And like I said, I like to put granola and fresh fruit and a little bit of honey on top of it. So what we're going to do is, I have my 2 jars still soaking in the boiling water, and I like to leave them just for a couple minutes to make sure they're sanitized good, and then get the milk on. It's got to come up to 180 degrees. So it takes a while because, like I said, you don't want to put it on high and you don't want your milk to be scorched. So just, make sure you're stirring it and letting it just come up to temperature, really slow. That's the way I do it. So make sure that you have some type of a thermometer that you can put in the milk. It's going to let you know when it comes up to 180 degrees. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you ahead of time, once it comes up to 180 degrees, that will kill off anything that is in the milk. So you want everything else in the milk to be killed off, because when you put the live and active cultures in there, you want it to have a fresh, clean home to grow in. So it will come up to 180, and then as soon as it gets to 180, we're going to take it off the heat. And then we want the temperature of the milk to go down to 110, and that's when we'll be able to add the live cultures or the yogurt that I bought into our milk. And we'll put it in the jars, and then I'll show you what else we do after that. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this milk come up to boil, and then I will continue on with that. Show you guys how to go step by step. I've never done a video like this where I've had any of the things that I do. Like I made this, it's been a long time ago. And like I said, it's really good. And after you buy your starter, which is the thing of yogurt that I bought today, you don't have to ever have a starter again. You can just take a starter from your yogurt that you're making. You can just continue on and on. If you eat you can double this batch, triple it, whatever you want. But this makes the 2 canning jars full, and once I get down, down toward the bottom of the last jar, I'll take out enough, which would be 4 tablespoons of it, and save it to make my next batch. So that way I never have to buy another thing of yogurt. I know yogurt is getting kind of expensive at the store. Today it was on sale, and this thing was 60 cents on sale, and it has, how many, 6 ounces in it. So save a little bit of money, you can make your own. He's trying to make sure that this is slowly getting up to temp. It's still cold. It's going to be a while. So instead of hearing me rattling on, I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on pause, and I will be right back. All right, our milk is up to 180 degrees. I have 2 jars, and they're sitting on a towel, a kitchen towel, because we're going to wrap these up like babies, and we're going to put them away for the night. I'll show you how to do all that. Okay, so we're going to take 2 tablespoons for each jar, and we have 2. Couldn't find my measuring one, so I'm just going to make do with this. I don't think it's going to hurt if it has a little bit over. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put it just a little bit more. Okay, so there was 2 per jar, and then we're going to put 4 cups of, I almost messed up, because I have the jars, or the milk, at 180 degrees. I have not let it cool down yet, so I have to do that. First time I've ever made anything like that on my channel, so I think I got a little bit nervous and sidetracked, but at least I caught it before I put the milk in, right? That milk would have killed the live active cultures in there, and that would have been a whole waste of time and milk. So I'm going to let this cool down. It's got to get down to 110 degrees before I pour it in the jars. Okay, I want to let you guys know that you can use if you have a yogurt maker, of course use that. Some people use their crock pots, and feel free to do whatever you do. You don't have to even try this. But if you don't have, I like doing it this way. I don't have a yogurt maker, and I'd rather do this than use the crock pot because I'm constantly aware of the temperature and stuff. Like I said, it needs to be 180 at the beginning, and you want it to kill off all of the germs and, well, to kill off everything, really. Let's see where we're at. A little bit above, like at 115. So I'm going to keep on stirring this. Now you can put cold water in the sink and let it sit in the sink to cool it off quicker. Now, I have a bad back, so I just pulled a chair up to the stove and sat here and stirred it all this time. If I stand up more than just a couple minutes, my feet go numb. So I have my jars over here, and put them over here. Like I said, I put them on the towel, and they've got the yogurt in there. Got my lids ready. They're all clean. And then I've got extra towels to wrap around here. We're going to make a little blanket around them. Okay, let's see where we're at now. Now we're just trying to get it to cool down. While I'm sitting here waiting on this to cool down, I wanted to give a shout out to my little great nephew, Zeke. He's 2 years old, and he loves to watch his Aunt Nina on YouTube. So I'll give a shout out to Zeke and to his brothers, Micaiah and Isaac. Aunt Nina loves you boys. Okay, let's see where we're at now. Not quite even cooled down yet, has it? I got it upside down. There we go. Let's see where we're at. Looks like 100 and, well, it's a little bit above, isn't it? I'll give it another couple minutes here. All right, I got it down to 110 degrees. Now, into each jar, I'm going to put 4 cups of milk. Well, this is going to be very hard to get that to... It's not quite a whole cup. It's hard to dip it in there and get it exactly. So I know there's 4 cups in the pan. And I guess it's just hard to do with my one hand and try to film it. I'm going to go out and price a tripod. It's supposed to be getting some bad weather in overnight tonight. So I probably won't be doing that tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest of this milk in. I'll set you guys down for a second. All right, filled them up. It didn't take quite that whole 4 cups. I can't find the little, I'll just use a spoon. Because I just want to mix up that yogurt in with that milk. That should do it. All right. I'll wipe all that. Let me get a paper towel and wipe it off now. It's okay, Willow. Let's wipe this down a little bit. And got my lids. They don't have to be, it's not like you're canning them. They don't have to be sealed shut. It's just so they don't get spilled. Okay, so what we're going to do, we've got the towel down there to keep it warm. We're going to put one. I'm all over the place. Sorry, guys. One there. Put little coats on them. And then this one. It's going to go over the whole thing. Keep it warm. And what we are doing is we are putting them in the oven. And the oven is not on. The only thing on is the light. See, the oven is not on. I will let them sit in the oven overnight, and then I'll be back in the morning and show you how it turns out. All right, it's the next morning. Let's see how it turned out. I'm going to set you down for a second so I can get that opened. All right. Look how pretty that looks. And it is perfect. See how thick it is? Homemade yogurt. Yum. Now, it doesn't have any sweetener, and it doesn't have any vanilla, but you can do that at this point right now that it's set up. I just like to add granola. Peanut butter is my favorite. And then I also got some local honey from our orchard, apple orchard. And it's raw honey, and it's really, really good on this yogurt. All right, let's do a taste test. If you hear anything in the background, my little puppy got her a new toy and she's squeaking it. That is so good. I hope you guys try it out. Well, have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.